It is the premises of Russia in post-nuclear war era. Only a fraction of the population survived after the war and they took shelter underground. This provided them shelter as they will be far enough from explosions and hazardous effects of radiation, as the majority of the population died due to the after effects of war. As it begins, Artyom told that he remembers the life before all this. He has a glimpse of the beautiful world on the surface. Humans are the masters of that whole world. They built gigantic glass and steel buildings, they travel across the oceans, and not only this, they also conquer the sky and even other planets. There used to be almost 7 billion people around the globe doing everything to glorify the world, but then due to human evil and greedy nature, wars start, and because of all these, humans are compelled to live in metro tunnels. They even forget to breathe in the fresh air. The remaining population is even again hit by the disastrous effects of war. Only 50,000 remain who make their way underground. As the surface is burnt, destroyed, and horrible monsters live there. The people who used to live underground have hopes that one day these hazardous radiations will subside and humanity will again get a chance to live and breathe in the open air. They have high hopes for future generations that they will bring back the glory to humanity. But for now, these metro tunnels might be the only place for humans to live. So all of them must protect these tunnels. One day a danger came from the surface and only a few choose to stand against that threat so that they can save the remaining members. Among these people, Artyom is a person who is determined to never give hope, as he believes that they are not meant to pass their lives in these dark, stinky tunnels. He believes to find the old world, even if a small part of it existed today, it's better to find that rather than get old in these tunnels. Artyom always chooses hope over accepting things they seem to be, so he has to find the signal of a better world. The world seems to be silent and covered with snow with no signs of life, only the rustling of wind can be heard. In all this, Artyom tries to open up a hole that leads to a tunnel. As he enters, he gets ready for any danger that comes his way. Suddenly he heard the growls of monsters, so Artyom starts shooting in dark. But soon the beasts attacked him. He fights back and tried to save his life. In meantime, his friends reached there and helped him to return to camp. As Artyom returns to his consciousness, he saw Anna sitting beside him. She is happy to see him awake and told him that he will be fine soon. Anna complains him about his behavior of putting himself in danger, as what happened if one day he will not be able to return from the surface. She tries her best to make him believe that there is no one left on the surface. He has to stop looking for others as there is no one alive left there. Soon Colonel reaches there. He is very angry from Artyom's stupid attempts to go to the surface. By attempting this kind of thing, he will make himself brutally killed one day, so if he does not care for himself, at least he must care for his wife Anna and Colonel's daughter. Colonel tries his best to make him understand that now only the metro is left, nothing else, and their prime job is to defend their only living place. However, after 1 week, when Artyom is healed, his co-workers seem to be happy to see him alive and healthy again. Artyom along with Anna goes to the surface, but she finds nothing except the silence of the dead. Anna advises him to go back as they already replaced the filters, and to avoid excessive radiations they have to go back underground. But on their way, they saw a large pack of monsters. However, they didn't notice them for a while. In the meantime, they catch a vehicle, and people in that vehicle told them that they came from another village. Anna seems to be shocked by listening that those people are not from Moscow. They gave them the clue that there is life outside here. Anna greets Artyom about his thought about the existence of other life, as they are not the only survivors. But then the jeep stops suddenly. The elder woman and the younger guy are told to come out. There are gunmen ready to shoot them and put them to death. Artyom tries to help them, but during this, he is shot with a bullet and fell upon the pile of dead people. But by luck, he manages to escape from there and grabbed a gas mask so that he can move forward. After walking for a while, he entered the Hansa. It seems to be a facility run by Yermak. He sees Artyom and helps him to get into the room. He tells Artyom that they took Anna to the basement for interrogation. They somehow reach there and with Anna go to the control room. By reaching there, they get to know the truth that these people used to block communications entering and leaving Moscow so they can give the impression that they are still at war. However, after knowing everything, Artyom, Anna and Yermak finally succeed in leaving that facility and taking a train named Aurora. Miller eventually reaches there and meets with Anna and Artyom. Anna asks him about everything that going on all around her. Miller told her they are still at war, they lose most of their cities and many are under the occupation of the enemy. Miller accepts that he knows about life outside Moscow, but he keeps it a secret. Anna gets angry upon hearing this and asks him the reason for not sharing it with them. Miller gives his reasons and mentions the invisible watchers and Ark to them, but she asks how finding an Ark can fix all of this. But Anna insists to find a place for all the people of Moscow where they can live safely. While all this is going on, firing on the Aurora starts. They detonated the explosives and start moving further. The Volga is Russia's greatest river and the train Aurora crossed it after traveling more than 770 kilometers. At this point, Miller assumes that the NATO soldiers occupying the area set up the barrier so that the Aurora cannot pass, but soon they realize that this is not the case. As they move further on the boat, they saw a collapsed church. Artyom enters the place and finds Salanchus-led Church of the Water Tsar. It's a cult that practices water worship. When Artyom gets to know more, it is soon revealed to him that this cult is a collection of technophobes who loathe electricity. Here Artyom finds Katya and her daughter Nastya after being captured by the cult. They help him to escape from here. This cult also blocked off the sole exit for outsiders from the region. Later, when Artyom tries to escape, another member of his teammate, Duke, comes to help him. After recovering Crest and returning to Aurora. Meanwhile, when Artyom returns, he finds Anna is in trouble, so he rescues her. She calls her dad and told him that she is fine with all the crew members. So after this, they get back to the train. As they reach, they plan to launch a stealth attack on the bridge Salanchus, which has been captured. After Artyom and Duke successfully breach Salanchus's headquarters, they drop the bridge to let them pass. After completing this task, the group arrives in Yamantau, as they have to leave the Volga due to an insane lunatic cult. On their way towards their destination, Miller heard a radio call that said there is a haven for them, so they went on a quest to find it. They end up reaching an underground bunker which leads them deeper inside. As soon as the train stops, Miller, Anna and Artyom move toward the elevator so that they can enter the bunker. However, upon entering, they get to know that the entire bunker is populated by cannibals. They tried to find out the in charge there, but then they swarmed and immediately knocked out. As soon as they open their eyes, they discover a doctor and a large number of his muggers have tied them up. They all seem to be brutal in their acts. The doctor there takes Anna and tells his thugs to prepare dinner for the rest of the two men. But by chance, as the doctor departs, Sam and Idiot appear to save them from these butchers. As Miller meets with them and the situation goes under control, he gives Sam and Idiot a task to go to the command center, while he goes with Artyom to rescue Anna from the doctor. Soon Artyom succeeds in finding a doctor in Anna. During Artyom's fight with the doctor, he told him that there is always a hero in every group like you who tries to save everyone, but before the doctor can share anything important with him, Anna came and slits his throat with a sharp knife. The doctor died on the spot and they decide to report the colonel that they are safe. They both reach to control room where they get to know the idea of the situation, what's going around them and how the war is going. Then they get back to train. Soon they got to know that there are no occupying forces inside his native country. But Miller keeps up his mission. Soon they decide to move towards the communication facility in the Caspian Sea where they can get the maps and satellite images. Certainly, these will help them in checking radiation levels across the entire nation. As they reach there, some neighborhood bandits known as Munai Baylor spotted them. But they are of no use and Artyom is tasked to rescue girl, which he succeeds. After they rescue her, she tells the crew that she can take them where the satellite images were last seen. Artyom is tasked to locate the images when he reaches the underground bunker. After crossing all hurdles, he enables to find out some information about the images. However, after completing this task, they get back to the train, and to obtain fuel for the train they have to fight a lot, but ultimately they succeed. Then they reach a radiation-free region named the Taiga with the help of satellite images. But Artyom and his comrade Alyosha scout ahead and alerts everyone to take an alternate route. There they face many threats and meet with the children of the forest who are frequently attacked by bandits. But after all this, Artyom manages to survive and also found the name of the woman who helped him previously. Her name is Olga. She is the pioneer leader. Later, after traveling through a tunnel, Artyom meets up with Alyosha. They flee from their due possibility of dam breakage that holds water. On the other side, Anna falls ill and her medication can be found only in an area surrounded by deadly radiation as per satellite images information. So when Miller and Artyom arrive at the dead city's core, they get the idea that the only way to move forward is through underground tunnels. There they found the dead bodies piles. There they also find a boy who asks them to find a radio protector which helps them in surviving. On his way to find medicine, Artyom fights with many mutants and blind ones. But ultimately he came out succeeding in his mission. However, for survival of Artyom, Miller locates him and gives him a dose of radio protector, and sacrifices himself. All of his companions are trying to help him by giving him blood so that he can live. Artyom is in a vague state looking at all his fellows and also seeing Miller. But ultimately he is being saved while it all ends as they move to a radiation-free zone to live a new life. They finally found their home now. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more epic videos. We will see you at the next one.